The Flash, fastest man alive issue 2, sees a green portal light up a car park in Central City 6 hours in the past, dumping out an armored woman. The woman talks about doing this 100 times in simulations, but she still finds it unpleasant. As her body adapts to the heightened oxygen levels and atmosphere of Earth, 2 cops find her, speaking a strange alien language to her. The cops go for their weapons, so the woman attacks them, finding her armor's translator isn't functioning, but she still knows what they were saying. The armored woman takes down the cops, reminding herself that she is Lieutenant Beth Arden and she wears the shift armor with pride, and her mission is to exterminate the fastest man alive. In the present, the Flash races 2 kids to their mother at a hospital since their neighborhood was attacked, and Barry only got a glimpse of who was behind the destruction. As he runs, he trips on a landmine, forced to ramp up his speed to escape the explosion. Dropping the kids off at the hospital, he tells them to find their mother and do what she says, but the kids want him to stay with them since something bad is out there and their mother will make him a tuna fish sandwich. Flash thinks that sounds great, but he needs to go and do his job. The hero takes off to find out who is behind this, as 4 hours earlier, Barry arrives at the crime scene of 2 deceased couples, both seemingly run over by a subway. Barry thinks that the deceased couples were looking for some privacy, but one of the officers says it's not that simple since the tunnel has been closed for maintenance and no train has been through there in months. Barry gets to work looking over the corpses, finding that they weren't actually run over. They were thrown out of what he thinks is a roller coaster. Detective Olsky thinks Alan has lost his mind, but Barry says that the impact wounds are definitely not from a train, since they are consistent with someone being flung from something at a very high speed. Not only that, but the air smells like cotton candy and sawdust, 2 things that carnivals always smell of. Barry knows that the kids were killed on malfunctioning theme park rides and were moved into the tunnel to cover up the incident. Olsky finds that completely ridiculous, but again Barry says that one of the women has bits of candy apple in her hair, and the last time he checked, subways don't serve that type of stuff. Captain Coover says that if it was a traveling carnival, they wouldn't have known that the tunnel was closed, thanking Barry for a solid lead he's given them. Soon another officer says that they just got a call of some type of bombing in progress in a nearby neighborhood, so Barry ducks away and races off to the bomb's location, but soon slows down to get an idea of what's going on, which is a bad idea as a missile is fired at him. Flash tries to evade the rocket, but soon finds it's a speed seeker following him and blowing up, causing him to trip as Shift confronts the Flash, telling him that he killed her world, so now she will kill him. 5 hours prior, Shift takes refuge in an abandoned apartment building, trying to get some sleep, but her mind keeps her up, knowing that she will need to go to extreme lengths to capture the Flash. Soon she comes up with a plan involving chaos and fear to lure the hero out. In the present, Beth tells the Flash who she is, telling her prisoner to call her Shift. Flash doesn't know what any of this means, asking if she's an alien, but Shift says that she is Flash's dirty little secret. Shift reveals that she is from the 25th century and is the Flash's final mistake. After warning Flash not to stand or move, otherwise she will electrocute him, Barry begins trying to vibrate down through the ground, but Shift electrocutes the hero nonetheless, blasting him back into the wall. Barry gets up, rushing the villain, but he ends up phasing through her, as Beth says that thanks to her shift armor being programmed to his biochemistry, she can move him ahead in his timeline, meaning Flash cannot attack the villain directly. Flash is impressed with the woman's toys as she throws her trident after him, and Barry tries to evade it, but the weapon follows him everywhere, so diving off a bridge, he heads underwater, vibrating through solid bedrock and trapping the spear in it. Soon he returns to Shift, who attacks the Flash, but he is able to take her dagger, telling her to talk. As a show of good faith, the Flash gives her the dagger back, telling her to help him understand what makes killing him her destiny. Beth says that there isn't much time since her armor has been programmed to take her back to her world in minutes, whether she kills Barry or not. So she tells the hero that she is from the future, a future where a man named Eobard Thawne found comic books featuring the Flash, learning of his heroics and powers, causing him to worship the hero. So he tried to recreate the accident that made Barry the Flash and gave him his powers. The man succeeded, but when he touched the Speed Force, it drove him mad and he blamed Flash for it, seeing him everywhere, so he killed millions who he thought were agents of the hero. Shift says that her time is almost up, telling the hero that the man will use time to destroy him, so she gives him a badge, telling Barry to come to the future and to help beat Eobard Thawne, whom Barry will soon know as the Reverse Flash. As Shift disappears, appears, Barry asks how he's meant to get to the future, but Shift tells him to find a way, since if he truly is the hero he hopes he is, he will find a way. Barry promises to try as Olsky calls him, telling Barry that he was dead on with his carnival lead, since he just arrested a traveling carnival owner whose carnival was filled with safety code violations. Olsky congratulates Barry, saying tomorrow drinks are on him, but Barry is now unsure of tomorrow or the future. The Flash Fastest Man Alive issue 2 was another fun adventure that also began setting up a larger arc continuing on in the next issue as Barry learns of the Reverse Flash and gets ready to go on his first ever time traveling adventure. I really enjoyed that while we get cool villains like Shift or King Shark for the Flash to battle, we also get everyday villains for Barry Allen to fight as a CSI. So we get a chance to see Barry doing his detective works and show how good at it he is, and kind of one up the officers who always seem to doubt his ideas of what the crime actually was. I'm very much looking forward to the next issue and what Barry's first interaction with the Reverse Flash will be like when it's written by Gail Simone. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.